I am Blake Scarlevy, and I have another release wave feature for you. This one's related to Copilot Studio when building agents, and it's in GA as of November of this year, 2025. And this is the ability to configure triggers with end user credentials. So, to give a little bit of context, if you've played around with Copilot Studio, you know we have the ability to use connectors just like Power Automate or Canvas apps, and we can connect to third-party systems. And when we do that, we've had the ability to determine if you want those connections to run as yourself or the connection that you set it up as, or if you want the user to have to authenticate it and run those connectors as the user. And uh, so, for example, if I had an agent that I want to query Dataverse data, I set up that connection. I can say, hey, it should run as this specific connection. Or if I don't want to risk oversharing, for example, I can say run it. The user has to authenticate and run as them. So that way it's in the context of what security roles the user has for Dataverse, for example. So that's already existed, but now with this new feature, we have the ability to do the same thing with uh, agent triggers. So if you're building an autonomous agent that triggers in the background, we can now get the same flexibility there. So this is the documentation for it. It's called Configure Triggers with End User Credentials. You can come here for more details. But I'll flip over to Copilot Studio. So I have an agent here that I built internally to help coaches prepare for one-on-one conversations or just get more insights, analytics around their reports. Currently, it's not autonomous. You just talk to the agent. And so I don't have a trigger here in this trigger section. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to come here, click Add, and I'm just going to do a simple recurrence trigger. So essentially, I can set up, hey, run this every hour or run this once a day at a certain time. So when I come to configure this, there's this new drop down here up top. What credentials will your trigger use? So it defaults to using the end user credentials. So the user, uh, when this triggers, it's going to run as the user's credentials, but I can also switch it to the maker's credentials. So whatever my credentials, because I'm the one that has built this agent. So there you go. Now we get similar flexibility to when we're leveraging these tools here. We now have that same flexibility for triggers. And there you have it. The Copilot Studio, they're gonna keep adding more and more functionality as we've seen lately. And I'll try to keep you posted with these videos. So as always, thanks for watching.